Hey, it's Steph. Thanks for watching today's video. I have my introduction to the next round of Throwback 30 Project Pan. This is in collaboration with the Fantastic Ladies Facebook group, so I will have that linked down below. Jessica Lee throws together this project every year for us, and we all vote on 30 different projects that the Fantastic Ladies have done either currently or in the past that we want to bring into this project. And there are 30 of them, and each one represents a prompt in this project, and then you can choose the prompt within that project to work on whatever product you want to bring in. I feel like I said that so weird, but everything will be down in the description box. It is monthly updates on the 28th. It is starting today on July 28th and goes until next year. If you're familiar with my channel, I just posted my finale for last round, and this is the very next video, my intro. So I'm super excited to be joining in this project again. I like to use this. Well, I like to use all of my panning projects to touch a lot of things in my collection. Spoiler alert, I have gotten through a lot this year. If you've been following along with my projects, you see me roll things in and out quite frequently. Basically every update every month. But for this project, I like to roll in quite a few eyeshadow palettes. I do have a goal this year to use every single one of my palettes for a look, like as a whole. So you'll be seeing quite a few eyeshadow palettes rolling in. Firstly for that goal, but also because they fit the prompt. And you'll see that as I go. Yeah, I think I have said everything I need to say. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I hope you do so before you leave, and give this video a thumbs up if you are excited for this new round. I will be looking on my phone because this is where I have like my spreadsheet and what products and goals I want to work on. I'm rolling everything in at once so I can kind of spread the love, and yeah, I just want to make sure that I use everything and I'm aware of where I'm at every month. I'll know like, oh, I only need 4 more uses of that for next update, or if I roll in just a few at a time and then do a rolling style where I meet a goal, roll something new in, I might not meet every goal. I might come to the last update before the finale and I have 3 things that I have not touched yet. I feel like that was very long-winded, but hopefully you know what I mean. As I talk about each project, I will have whoever created it up on the screen. So the first one is 50 Shades of Brown, and that is a project where you just work on things that have to do with the color brown, or it has brown in the name, or just anything that has to do with brown. I'm rolling in one of my mini Becca highlighters. The packaging of this is like a really dark brown color, and I have the shade Champagne Pop. My goal for this is to use it 30 times. It is a little dark for me. It has like a dark base, so this time of year, July, August, September is the best time of year for me to wear it. So 30 uses, hopefully I can get that done before I lose my summer tan, even though I do not have a summer tan. But this is it swatched here. I'm sure you are familiar with this shade. It's iconic Becca shade. The next project is 50 Shades of Green, and it's the same thing, just has to do with green in some way. I have all my products laid out, that's why I'm just like looking for something. So I'm going to be rolling in my Cleona single eyeshadow in the shade Gargoyle. It is this beautiful green shade. Oh my gosh, it looks completely different on camera. So this is what it looks like to me in person, this deep green. I didn't even see that shift in person. I have not swatched it yet, but there it is. Let me swatch it. I have not used this, obviously. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Can you tell? It looks like almost Kelly green. Oh, there's some blue. Oh wow. Okay, this is prettier than I expected, to be honest. I'm a little scared of this shade because how deep and green it is, but look at that. I had no idea that it shifted in that way. Okay, that's beautiful. But my goal for that is 10 uses. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of use of that in the fall time. Next is 50 Shades of Pink, and of course that is just something that has to do with pink. I'm going to roll in this lipstick from Maybelline. It is their cream lipstick in the shade 222 Flush Punch. This is the lipstick that I'm trying to finish this year, and if you caught my mid-year check-in for my goals, I mentioned that this is going a little slower than I anticipated and that I would probably be rolling it into a project soon just so I could focus on it. So that's what I'm doing now. I will be tracking this. Why are you not focusing? I will be tracking this all the way until I finish it. Hopefully, why am I doing that? I have this marked on a piece of paper. I have this marked. So you will be seeing this go down every single month, hopefully. It's a little coral for my preferences, but it's a really nice everyday color. Just a light corally pink. So my goal for that is to finish it. Next is 50 Shades of Purple, and of course that just has to do with purple. I'm going to be rolling in my Kaleidos Lunar Lavender palette. Of course there's a lot of purple on here, but there's also some purple eyeshadows in here. This is what it's looking like. So this was decluttered to me from Laura Force, and she wrote the shade names here, and she had already hit pan on this. So all of this use is from Laura. I have not used this yet in my collection, but I want to create 3 looks with this palette. I think it just will be such a beautiful palette to create some purple looks with. I'm very excited. Okay, the very last 50 Shades of project is for Yellow and Gold, and I think it was my Face the Music project. No, I think it was Deca Panning. I just rolled this out of Deca Panning, and I mentioned that you would probably see it in an upcoming project, but I'm going to be rolling in my Milani Rose Blush Trio. I have one more blush left in this. This is what it's looking like. And my goal for this project is to finish this, so you will be following along with my progress. Hopefully it will take me, hopefully I can finish this by the end of the year. So I have about 6 months. Of course, I am working on other blushes, so who really knows, but that would be amazing to get a 3rd blush empty this year. The next project is 7 Deadly Pans, and that is based on the 7 Deadly Sins, and you just had to pick a sin. I picked Vanity, and I'm going to be rolling in this AOA Venetian Romance Cream Blush. The color purple is correlated with Vanity, apparently, and this is the shade Duchess. This is a more nude blush, and I have not used it yet. Look how satisfying that looks. And I'm going to ruin it with a swatch. I have used this formula in a different color, but I have not used this specific color. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a lot more pink than I anticipated. I think I'll get a lot of use in that, of a lot of use of this in fall, but my goal is 30 uses. The next project is Beauty A to Z, and for the letter L, I am rolling in my L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I wanted to say hyaluronic acid, but that is not part of the name. So as you can see, I am here. Hopefully, it will be kind of satisfying to see the product move down because my goal is to finish this. I have the shade 0.5 to 2. That is a weird range and it's very light. This is too dark for me. It's just crazy to me that very light is too dark. I use this as a mixer, possibly in like August, September when I'm at my peak of color. I get like half a shade darker, you guys. I do not get tanned at all. Maybe I could use this by itself in those months, but highly doubtful. I'll probably still be using it as a mixer, so it'll probably take me a while to finish this because I don't use a ton of product every time. I just add a little bit to darken some foundations, so yeah, we'll see. It will be fun to see this product go down though, so looking forward to it. Next is Birthstone Beauty. I usually choose March because that is when I was born, but I decided to choose February to fit a prompt. And for February, it is Amethyst. I'm going to be rolling in my Pat McGrath Labs Bijou, I'm so sorry, Brilliance eyeshadow palette, and this is the Lunar Nightshade. This has a shade in here called Pale Amethyst, so it fits February, and that is this middle shade here. I have not used this palette at all. Oh, I forgot to swatch the foundation. I have not used this, so I want to create one look with it, but I also want to use Pale Amethyst 10 times. Because Pale Amethyst is the specific product that I am matching with the prompt, that's why I'm doing a specific goal for that shade. If I was just doing like the palette as a whole, like this one I did for purple, I just did the whole palette, that's when I would do 3 looks. But because I'm doing a specific eyeshadow, I'm going to do 10 uses. But because I have not created a look with this yet, I want to do that as part of my goal too. I hope that makes sense on my thought process, but this is what that shade looks like. It's such a beautiful shade, and yeah, I'm excited. I have not used this. The shades look really beautiful though. Let me swatch that foundation really quick. Trying to think where I should swatch it. I swatched it right here. So right now it looks fine, but I feel like it does oxidize on me a little bit. So once it dries, I think I'll show you again. Of course, as I throw up swatches, you'll see it, but my battery is flashing at me, so I'm going to change it really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully it doesn't look too different. The next project is Budget Beauty, and you just had to find like a drugstore or affordable product. I am rolling in my e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. This is in the shade Moonlight Pearls. And obviously e.l.f. is drugstore. Very affordable. I bought this so long ago. So long ago. If you missed my recent collab video with Makeup Lens, I showed the oldest products in my collection. This is the oldest product in my collection. If you have not seen that video, I will not spoil it on how old this is, but it is the oldest. So it was very affordable. It was back when e.l.f. was dirt cheap, but this is what it looks like. It is still a gorgeous highlighter, and I might say this is my favorite highlighter. Yeah, it would be amazing to pan this, but it is baked and that would take forever. So my goal for this is just 30 uses. It does have a dip. It used to be domed. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, see how it's kind of flat? I'm very proud of that. Next is Child of the 80s, and I picked the prompt Steel Magnolias, which is a floral themed item. It could be the name, packaging, scent, etc. I am rolling in another eyeshadow palette, and it is my Odin's Eye Flora Story. This is in collaboration with Makeup Just for Fun. I love her account. If you're not following her, you should. But this is obviously flower themed. And of course, the names of the shades are flower themed. It's just a gorgeous palette. I love this palette so much. I had this shade Orchid in a Pandas Eyeshadows project. Probably it wasn't, I don't think it was this round. It was like the last round that I did. But I want to create 3 looks with this. Next is Color Pan, and that's just any Colourpop product, or it could be Fourth Ray or Soul Body. I am rolling in, sorry, I lost track of my spreadsheet. I'm rolling in another eyeshadow palette, and it is one that I have not used yet. It is my Of Quartz palette. This is what it is looking like. I don't know why, like, I really don't think I've used this at all, but there's a little bit of like dirtiness here. Maybe I've used it or I've swatched it, I don't know, but I just want to use this for 3 looks. It's a beautiful cool tone palette, definitely my jam, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the neutral looks that I can create with this. Next is Disney Princess, and I picked the Princess Tiana. I love Princess and the Frog. Yeah, the voodoo stuff is not my favorite, but the rest of it is so cute, and I think Tiana is just a really good role model. For her, you had to pick something that was pale green or cream. I decided to roll in a sunscreen for this, just to encourage myself to use it, because I will admit I do not use sunscreen every day. I'm in the house all day long. Yeah, so I'm just lazy half the time. But this is amazing. It is the Ionique Centella Calming Daily Sunscreen. It has SPF 50+, PA+++++. And I got this from the recommendation of Sarah Rose. She always does her sunscreen roundups, which are super helpful, but this is really nice under makeup. It just, I don't know how to really explain it. It's just so lightweight and smooth, and it just works. So I have a few of these, and I have my husband using it too. So I'm trying to just use it. Yeah, I can tell I'm down to here now. So I will try to mark it, but I'll also be weighing it as well. This is good. I get it from Amazon. It's pretty affordable. Next is Drop 10 Before Summer, and that is a summer themed item. I am rolling in another eyeshadow palette, and this is my Profusion Ethereal palette. when you think of ethereal, you don't really think of summer, but most of the shade names in here are very summery. We have like Flora, Cherry Blossom, Lavender Field, Sun Drenched, Crispy Morning, In Bloom. It just reminds me of summer. Okay, okay. I had this shade here in Pando's eyeshadows, and it is very glittery. So I don't know if I'll ever use that again. Probably will use it on my nails, but I want to create 3 looks with this because I have not used it for a full look. I've only used that one shade. So maybe I can hit pan on that glitter when I use it. I could use it on my nails again. But yeah, I think this is going to create such beautiful looks. Next is Happy Hour, and I chose the prompt Mai Tai because when my husband went to Maui for our honeymoon, that's almost 5 years ago now, but we drank Mai Tais like the whole time. Mai Tais are so good. But for that is a beach or summer themed item again. And so I wanted to challenge myself a little bit and roll in a bronzer. If you're familiar with me, you know I don't like bronzer, but I have a few of them in my collection, so I need to use them. But this Milani bronzer is in the shade Sunkissed, which is like summer and beachy theme. This is 02 Sunkissed, which I think is the lightest shade. I didn't say this is the Silky Matte Bronzer. And I will admit this bronzer is one that I can make work a little better than others in my collection. So this is it swatched here. And my goal for this is to use it 30 times. 30 times. Next is the Harry Potter project pan, and on the Fantastic Ladies post, Jessica put quite a few different Harry Potter projects, but I just went with the one where you choose the house. I am not familiar with Harry Potter, like I do not know a lot about the houses, but I've always felt like I would be a Hufflepuff. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the name is so cute. But for a Hufflepuff, you have to pick a yellow and black item. And so I had a hard time with this, but my Fantasy Cosmetica Rogue palette has black and yellow on the packaging. And I have not used this yet, so I'm really excited to create my 3 looks. That is my goal. So is the plastic, but this is what it's looking like. I have heard such amazing things about their palettes, so again, I'm just really excited to get use out of it. The next project is I Heart the 90s, and I picked the prompt Butterfly Clips, which is cute packaging. And I kind of went like with the butterfly theme as well, but I'm rolling in my Revolution, Revolution Forever Flawless Soft Butterfly. So this has adorable packaging. I love it. It reminds me of one of my childhood bedrooms. Yes, I say one of them because I changed my theme quite a bit, but I did have like a butterfly theme. And I have not used this yet, but it is beautiful pastels. It's better back here, I guess. I've heard mixed reviews on Revolution's like pastels specifically. I've heard they're very chalky, but I think this will work great on my fair skin, and maybe the chalkiness will work in my benefit, but I want to use this for 3 looks. The next project is It's Panning Cats and Dogs, and I chose Pomeranian because we used to have a Pomeranian. If I have a picture of her, I'll throw her up. Her name was Lexi. We called her Lily. Yeah, she was feisty. She was so sweet though. if you ever had food, she would protect it at all costs. If anyone ever tried to come and get your food, she would nip at them. But she was so sweet. But Pomeranians, in parentheses, they put always seem to be smiling. So you were to roll in a lip product. I'm going to roll in something I have not used yet, and it is from Blend Bunny. This is their liquid lipstick in the shade Tease. So I haven't even tried their formula, so hopefully I like it. I am a liquid lipstick fan. I know some people aren't. Oh, this looked a lot more cool tone on the website. Yeah, I am not sure about that. I put 30 use gold for that, but I don't think I would want to use that 30 times. Let's just do 10 times for that, because that is a pretty bold color and not one that I would gravitate towards. So let's do 10 uses on that lipstick. Hopefully I like the formula at least. We'll see. And then the next project was Lip Service, which is another lip product. And I'm going to roll in something else that I have not used yet, and it is from Give Beauty. This is the I'm Still Yours, I think is what it's called, like the actual lipstick. And then the shade is in Fishnets. So it is a beautiful cool tone red, hopefully. Again, I have not used it, and I just messed up. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. I ruined the beautiful packaging. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. Hopefully I like this formula too. Again, I have not used it. That is a gorgeous, oh my gosh. Stunning, cool tone red. That's, ooh, it smells like vanilla. Wait. Oh my gosh, it smells like vanilla cake batter. Good stuff. But my goal for that one is also 10 uses because it's such like a bold statement lip. The next project is Mean Girls quotes, and the quote I chose was, "On Wednesdays we wear pink." Iconic, and of course that is something pink. So I'm going to roll in one of my Colourpop heart blushes. This is in the shade Flirt Alert. I have had this in many different projects. This is what it's looking like now. It's a beautiful mauve tone. And my goal for this is 30 uses. At first I was going to do hit pan, but I don't know how deep these are. But maybe 30 uses will get pan. I think I'm going to try to focus on finishing the other blush first and then get my uses on this one. But that is it swatched on my knuckle. It's just a beautiful everyday mauve pink. Next is Nightmare on Panning Street, and that is a project based on horror films, but I don't watch horror films. They're just not my jam. So I chose the least horror one, and that is Jaws, a water-themed item. So I'm rolling in a shade from my Alter Ego Coastal palette. I guess I could have rolled this whole palette in because it's like coastal and it has like this water on the front. Maybe I should do that instead. Yeah, so my initial goal was gonna use this shade Ripple because that was like water themed, but I think I'm just gonna use this whole palette for 3 looks like I'm doing with other palettes. I will of course use Ripple in a look, hopefully. But yeah, I'm gonna roll this in, the whole palette in, instead of just that one shade. So 3 looks for this. Next is the project Same Pan Last Year, and I chose the prompt holiday, so that encompasses all of the holidays like at the end of the year around Christmas time. Not everyone celebrates Christmas, but that's kind of how I think of that time of year. And I celebrate Christmas, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm rolling in this Behemoth. These are shower steamers, and they, oh my gosh, they just fell. They are themed around Christmas. I actually got these at a bazaar last year. I like to go to like holiday bazaars with my mom and my sisters, and these are so cute. They're handmade. Can you see them? That's like a snowflake, gingerbread man, a wreath, and then like a present. I was trying to avoid holding them up. There's the present. But yeah, I actually bought these to have as like a part of a white elephant gift for like a girls group I was going to, but it never happened, which is so sad. So I'm stuck with these shower steamers. I've never used shower steamers before, but I am going to use these. I'm going to finish them. So maybe I'll save them for like around Christmas time. But yeah, that's what I'm rolling in for that prompt. Next is Skin is In, and of course that is skincare. I'm going to be rolling in my Peach Slices Nail Rescue Blemish Busting Toner. I'm about halfway done with this product, so I just want to finish it. I do use this every day as part of my nighttime routine, and it has 95% snail mucin concentrate. If I don't think about it, I can use it. If I think about putting snail on my face, I just don't think about it. So, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's fine. I love the Peach Slices Acne Toner. I don't know what it's called. I think, is it just called Acne Toner? But I got this for some reason. I think it was when I just kept hearing about snail mucin, and Peach Slices is very affordable. It's fine. I prefer just the regular acne toner, but yeah, goal is to finish. Next is That's Expensive, and that's an expensive product. I am rolling in my Lancome Tintadol Ultra Wear Oxina. Oh my gosh. What is this word? Oxynoxate sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF. This expired. Guess when this expired? May 2020. I didn't even realize that until I went to look just now. I have the shade 090 Ivory Neutral. This is too light for me, surprisingly. I got shade matched with this in store, like in Ulta. The sales associate shade matched me with this. Let's watch it. But this is also one of my oldest products in my collection, and I want to use this 30 times. I will definitely be mixing this dark shade. See how it oxidized a little bit? And with the Lancome. I mean, I could put to finish it. If at some point I reach my 30 uses within this project and I have quite a bit of time left, I might change it to finish it. This was laying down on its side, so the marking, like the level of the product, is obviously not showing anymore, but I think I'm somewhere around here. But hopefully we can see a marking sometime soon. Next is the project Dato 2000s, and I chose the prompt Frappuccino Something Sweet. I'm rolling in my Colourpop Making Mauves palette. There is a shade in here called A la Mode, and it is this center shade here. I just want to use that 10 times, but I also have not used this palette to create a whole look yet. Oh no, is this a glitter? Oh wow, it's so dry and crumbly. I don't know if you can tell how like dry that is. Oh no, is that a glitter? It just feels like granules on my hand when I swatch it. I don't know if you can tell how like chunky it is. I might just use that as nail polish, to be honest. Next is the Golden Girls, and I chose the prompt Miami, and that is like, it says think bright pinks, greens, blues, tropical. I wanted to roll in my blush from Made by Mitchell, but because that has like a really fluorescent, like a neon green lid to it, but that is currently in a different project. So I'm just gonna roll in this. It's bright pink and green. I think it works. I had this in a project recently, but it is a cream blush from Temu in the shade Shy Pink. This is a dupe for the Pixie blushes, but I really enjoy this blush. So my goal is 30 uses, and this is it swatched on my hand. It's just a beautiful cool tone pink for every day. It's really nice. Okay, only a few more. Only a few more. The next project is, this is Fantasy, and I chose the prompt Mermaid, which is an aquatic creature that's half human, half fish, often depicted as a beautiful woman. So for that, you were to find a woman-owned product. I'm rolling in my Pat McGrath Divine Blush in the shade Divine Rose. Just realized I'm rolling in 3 very similar powder blushes, but my goal for this is 30 uses. Oh wow, it's so similar. So this is that blush there. You can see this blush here. And then, did I swatch? Am I confusing myself? I don't know. At least these two are similar, but that is fine. 30 uses for that. And then for the project Tiny Pans, you have to find an eyeshadow pan with like really small pans. And in my last round of this that I just posted the finale for, I was working on my Urban Decay Naked 2 Basics palette. And that is, I think, my tiniest pans, like, visually. But I have a hard time figuring out, this has 0.03 ounces per pan. This is my Revolution Forever Dynamic Animal Magic, and I think this is actually my smallest pans in regard to how much product is in it. So I'm going to roll this in for this round. And I have used this for a couple looks, but I want to use each shade 10 times. Because the project is specifically for like the pans, I wanted to have a goal for the pans specifically, not just using as the palette as a whole. Okay, third to last is Turn and Burn. And I completely forgot to grab these. I will post a picture up. I have some face masks that I want to use up, some single-use sheet masks. I am not a sheet mask girl. These were given to me in various different ways, so I just want to use these up. Once I finish those, I might bring in some other samples, but for now, we'll just leave it at that. Second to last is Women Who Rock, and I chose Frida Kahlo, which is a beautiful Latina artist. She did a lot of self-portraits, and the prompt for her is a pop culture product, or it could also be a Latinx brand. I'm rolling in my Winnie the Pooh and Colourpop collab. This is the Sweet as Can Be. Of course, Winnie the Pooh is very pop culture, very well known. And I actually have never used this palette as a whole for a look. I did have Honey Tree in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project, and I also used some of these oranges for my Halloween look. I was a scarecrow, so I actually used those like on my face. But I want to use this for 3 looks. I am going to challenge myself and for sure do like a warm look, even though I hate them. I am very excited to use that green again. It's like a neutral, almost leaning cool green, and of course the pinks. Gotta love the pinks. So 3 looks for that. And then the very last prompt is for a Zodiac panner, and usually I would do Aries because that is what I am, but I chose to do Virgo because that is, my son was born within that, so he's a Virgo, and that is green and dark brown, which was a challenge for me, but I found my NARS Climax eyeshadow palette, and this has green and dark brown. So I want to use this for 3 looks. I love this palette. It's such a gorgeous palette for fall specifically. I did have this shade in a project previously to hit pan, and I have used, I think, all of these shadows at least a handful of times, so I'm pretty familiar with this palette, but I have not used it this year. And we're halfway through the year, so I need to get some use out of it. I'm done. I'm done talking. Those are all the 30 products that I'm rolling in for this project. Just a reminder, I have a whole year to meet these goals, but I am doing monthly updates with everyone else, so we will see next month where I'm at and if I've gotten some good use on these. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, I hope you do so before you leave. I will see you all in my next one. Bye.